Now, Kenya's ambassador to China, Willie Bett, led African nations in calling for the easing of trade barriers that continue to limit the full benefits of China's zero tariffs access policy for African exports. Now, speaking during high-level discussions on China-Africa Economic Cooperation in Beijing, Ambassador Bett said that despite expanded market access, non-tariff barriers, custom delays and logistical challenges still hinder smooth entry of African products into the Chinese market.
With seminars on zero tariff kicking off in Beijing, China, African leaders have renewed calls for the reduction of trade bottlenecks and non-tariff barriers that continue to slow down the full implementation and the impact of zero tariff access for the African exports into the Chinese market. Kenya's ambassador to China, Willie Bett, led the discussion, noting that Kenya stands to benefit significantly through increased exports of tea, coffee, avocados, flowers, and macadamia.
If Africa seizes this moment by tightening standards, modernizing logistics, deepening regional value chains, through the FTA, and engaging proactively with Chinese authorities in other issues, we can convert preferences into performance.
There is urgency to implement the AFCFTA, which is now augmented by the People's Republic of China's zero tariff treatment, which hopefully will, I quote, determine whether a product can move from an African country or mine to the Chinese market on competitive terms.
Ambassador Bett emphasized the need for easier custom procedures, faster product certification, and improved logistics systems to enable African business competitively access the Chinese market and fully benefit from the zero tariff arrangement.
China signed the early harvest arrangement in March 2026 during the visit by His Excellency Han Sen, the Vice President of the People's Republic of China, where he also flagged off the first zero tariff consignment to come to China. I'm happy to note that those consignments arrived in the various ports of China, Guangzhou, Xiamen, and Dalian, and have been cleared.
African representatives attending the forum, noting that strengthening trade facilitation and improving connectivity between China and Africa will be key in boosting exports, creating jobs, and accelerating industrial growth across the African continent. The leaders further called for stronger coordination and standards, documentation, and trade facilitation mechanisms to reduce friction in cross-border commerce.
As China expands the zero tariff access to the African nations, the focus is now quickly shifting to how the African economies can potentially and strategically place themselves to harness the trade as well as the growth opportunities provided by this initiative. Reporting for KBC Channel 1 from Beijing in China, my name is Gladys Mongai.